Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs kicker Ryan Suckup about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Taken at the goal line.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're starting at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early top test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's White. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Brady now to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I've...
He's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And fights him off. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Brady. He completes it to Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa. They'll look to throw here. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Into the line, facing a 3rd and 7, following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Play action, it's Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. They'll get it inside the 20. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
It's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Dean. And the Colts are going to get the football here at the 123. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be rimmed out of bounds, down inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julio Jones. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. The score 21-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Slot man moves right. To the air again, Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before half for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a play fake, Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Looking to throw. This complete to Jones. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow from his own end zone. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Brady gives this to White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady going to throw. He's got Otten. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Brady now on first down. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Julio Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On play action, now Brady. Out to his left. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Burrow on 3rd down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big. You have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back and block at the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. In motion right here, Boyd. From the 16, Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Second down and goal. Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Saka. And that'll increase their lead to 28. touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both.
I told my boss, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm telling my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor to cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them where down. I'm in LA, right around and around. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now. Two dope, make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope, make better get around right now. Yeah.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They that try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rockin'